So hello and welcome to the Thcs annual Q&A, and this is the 2019 edition. Sorry if my voice sounds bad. I'm a little bit under the weather, but that doesn't really matter as long as you can still hear me. Um, I did originally want to do a live stream, but that wouldn't work. So let's start out with it. And Chase Elliott TV has 3 questions. He's new, so thanks for coming to the channel. Who is my favorite driver? It is Denny Hamlin. What do I use to edit slash create your stop motions? I just use my digital camera to take the pictures and then put them on a flash drive. Um, and I use Windows Live Movie Maker to put the animation in to get a better frames per second. Um, because it doesn't really work that well on what I use to add the graphics and stuff and put it all together is called Power Director. It's made by Cyberlink. Each individual picture can only be like there's very little how do you say options for how long it can go, so that I can just do any decimal I want. And then do you have any tips to hold a phone while making a stop motion? Biggest tip: don't hold it. You can get a tripod. I Well, I have used digital cameras always. I have always used tripods, um, except for when I do the onboards, which I don't do very often and don't look very good. Um, but get a tripod. I got one for $20. That's relatively low ground level. You're gonna see it in the whatchamacallit, the Tour de NASCAR. Not right away, but a couple. I think at the end of Chicagolands when I first used it. Um, but it only costs $20, and a phone can be used for that as well. So Dylan Kroom asked, "What is your favorite diecast that you own?" It's Denny Hamlin's 2016 Daytona 500 win. Hopefully, I can get his 2019 one. Favorite paint scheme of all time? Ooh, that is a hard one. I don't really have one. I don't pick favorites. Um, I will tell you my favorite 2019 one. The has raced would have to be the has the Rime PPG? Yeah, Rime PPG. I really like that one. Um, Otherwise, I think Kyle Busch is planning to run the patriotic Skittles car like he has the last 2 years. That's really good. Like a lot of the favorites things, I'll see one and then I'll say, oh yeah, all that is amazing, and then I just can't think of ones. I'm sure that there was probably one that you know. If I said it, I'm like, oh yeah, that would be my favorite scheme. Sorry, I couldn't answer it to the best of my ability. I'm trying. Like something asks, who is your favorite driver currently not in a stock car, and that could either be retired or no ride? Um, Jeff Gordon. Yeah, why I hesitate there. NASCAR Junior asks, how many diecasts do you have? I don't know. Uh, Probably around 50. I'm not sure. Don't keep track of this stuff. Sorry. I used to keep track of it. I mean, I guess I could count, but I'm too lazy. Sorry. Philip Gagarin asks, which driver do you think has the most talent? What do you think? Kyle Busch. Um, yeah, Kyle Busch is definitely has the most talent. I mean, the most talent that we've seen. I mean, we haven't seen, Ross Chastain, and I mean, this is hard because you don't know the level of equipment, like how much of a difference it makes. You know, um, Christopher Bell races in a different series, but Kyle Busch usually does beat him. Um, Kyle Larson, I'm starting to give up on it. Yeah, he's got to change something soon. But yeah, I would have to say Kyle Busch, but it's hard to tell. Random sports guy asks, "Where do you get your NASCAR diecast?" I get most of the Authentics from Walmart. I would get them from Target simply because my mom goes there more and I don't have a driver's license and like, biking isn't really an option or walking. I'm not that close. Um, but they don't have a good selection. I don't think people won't buy them, and I don't know. I just can trust Walmart more to have better selection. I think that's where everyone goes. But they also have a lot of Gold Series. I the only for some, I mean, sometimes I've gotten them from Amazon before I knew about K State and Lionel. Sometimes I'll get them from K State. Um, if I'm ordering a few and don't have a promo code for Lionel, sometimes I'll just find a promo code and get better shipping because it costs $2.50 to ship. It costs twice as much to get it off online than it does to get. It costs equal to two in the authentics and then one online. Even though the ones online, those are better quality, but it's not that dramatic like the 124 authentics. The authentics in the 124 were just really bad. No, I've never ordered from Plan B sales. One time, I was considering looking at one, and it was cost 450, and it was like $13 for shipping. It's ridiculous. And then Pyramid, if I were to order a lot, I probably would order from Pyramid. Haven't ordered a lot at the same time. Snicker Bar 18 asks, how many seasons of your series do you plan to do? Honestly, 5. Um, I could, I'll go into explain why because it's probably Gen 7 car is gonna come out around that time, and I'll also be getting close to being a senior or junior in high school, and that's gonna start taking up a lot of my time. Uh, so that's probably what I'm looking at, probably 5 years. But then I don't know if I'm gonna go to college or anything. I could just take a break and then start it back up again. The Pika player asks, who inspired you to make NASCAR style motions? I'll have to back up a little bit. Um, I actually watched. I was a big Lego guy a while ago. Not so much anymore. And then there was this ad for this magazine, and there was something for um, make your own Lego movies. I'm like, ooh. So I saved up money and I went and bought it. And then I made a lot of Lego stop motions. I found Michael Hickox on YouTube. This was before I even had a YouTube account. And then I watched a lot of those when I'm still subscribed to him. Uh, and then I saw one day I thought, oh, I wonder if they did this for NASCAR with diecast. And what do you know? Um, I think we found Eric Estep, who was season 5, race 2 at Texas, one of his most viewed videos. Now, he was the one who I saw first, um, even though I think ECS is better, like him more than uh, Eric. Um, but Eric's are still good. Uh, and then so I went to summer camp like shortly after that, and my brothers did one. I started to do some bad ones, and then when I got my YouTube account, I started doing. And then, what is your eventual subscriber goal for the future? I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. I know that without uploading videos for a while, it's gonna be hard. Um, because I was projected to do it on Social Blade, but then I took a break after season 3, and then nothing has happened really in terms of videos I'm uploading. Um, but Tweeting NASCAR coming out 5 days from the first. I think it starts. I think it comes out on the 6th. Uh, so that's coming out soon. So it's gonna be fun. Probably gonna start going back up in that season 4. And the final one is the real MDCS. And he asks, "Are there any motorsports besides NASCAR that you follow?" Not really. I mean, my favorite, and then the second one, if so, who is your favorite driver in the whole series? My favorite IndyCar driver is Scott Dixon. Um, because it's just who I chose, and I just hear it. My brother was used to follow IndyCar a little. I didn't really follow it all that much. I'm like, okay, I'll just choose him. And that was before I knew that he would won like 4 or 5 championships. Thanks for watching, guys. If it didn't get your question answered, or you forgot, or just missed the video, you can just comment them below. I'll always answer your questions, and I will do another Q&A video. When is it? Or in the next year, around this time. Remember, coming out this week, Tour de NASCAR, starting pretty much every day for 23 days. It's like 2 or 3 days where there's off days, but it's gonna be packed.